Did anyone feel an earthquake?
What was that?
Did anyone feel an earthquake?
No, and I just woke up. Let me get the desk here. I got a water bottle on the desk. Hold on. Trying to see the water level. Hold on. My watch beat, my Quick app is on in the background.
Is that your nighttime pee bottle?
You being serious right now?
Is that your nighttime pee bottle?
No. No, I don't fit into a bottle. But nice try. The last quake in California was in Frazier Park at a 4.2 4 hours ago. That was pretty sizable. That was shake alert. Anyway, looks like you're imagining things or it was localized to you. 6 UDS clear. No quicks in a map. You're full of shit. Stop doing drugs. They're making you paranoid. Time for McDonald's breakfast. Oh yeah. Or maybe even a breakfast burrito. Yummy. You driving the church this early? Where are you going? Sounds like someone's going to church. Praise the Lord and hold the gunfire. Food stamp. Food stamp. Oh no. Here we go.
Estampillas de comida.
Oh, you speak Spanish too? Wow. It's censored in both languages.
Poquito.
Sí, me too.
Señorita Perry es on las estampillas de comida.
By the way, Frazier Park had a 4.4 shaker about 4 hours ago. It did not wake me up down here. 4:23 in the morning, yeah. I went to bed at 3:30 though. So I was fast asleep.
I didn't feel it either. I read that. But I was still digesting my ham radio dinner.
Bonnie won't let me sleep past 4 or 5 hours today, so I'm like, well, why fight it? Let's get up and start the day and get on ham radio. Maybe order a breakfast burrito.
No tortilla and no hash browns.
Well, why do you have to ruin the experience?
I know.
There's a place nearby, independent shop, Mexican food and regular food, and so you can get pancakes or you can get burrito. I'm very picky about what goes in my burrito.
Yeah, I am too, and that's why it's so annoying when they try to fill it with hash browns. Make it look huge, but then all you get is a mouthful of flavorless hash browns. But most places don't take EBT, so Perry won't know what we're talking about.
Yeah, breakfast burrito, ham, cheese, egg, potato. Put the salt on the side. I don't need any beans, no rice. That's for later. Or just make me a freaking omelet. But this time, ham, cheese, eggs, of course, and mushrooms.
Ham, sausage, bacon, pico de gallo, of course eggs, and that's it. You don't need any of the fillers. They don't, health aside, they don't don't even taste that good. They don't add flavor. They just add bulk.
There's one place called The Trough. It's now closed, and no surprise, but I ordered a breakfast sandwich, and that was the most soggiest and greasiest breakfast sandwich I'd ever had. I don't know. It's like they warmed it up on the flat top without even scraping it clean. So gross.
Now that you mention it, it is gross when you get a soggy breakfast sandwich, and it's soggy for any reason, unless it's butter. But if it's grease or water, it's nasty.
Yeah, the Trough is now called, what's it called, Hammy Smash or something like that. It's a smash burger place. Now, what's interesting is across the street is a Denny's, a Panera, a Carl's Jr. So you can get, burgers, at least two of those, and then a McDonald's on the other side. So they think, I guess they can compete with the other three. It's a tough location where they are. It's one of those apartment buildings where the bottom floors are rented out, leased out for businesses. And any business that's been attempted to go there, like on the one end, the location has seen 4 or 5 businesses come and go in the last 6 years. It's also, because it's near the stadium, it's seasonal. So when there's no baseball here, there's no foot traffic.
Yep. That way everywhere. All right, I'll be back later. KI6DCS. Have a good one, buzz.
Copy that. M6UZS on Burger Watch.
Okay, this one still works. That's good.
Billy! Where my little Billy baby at? Billy! I'm just kidding, Billy. You don't need to come to the radio. Go back to bed.
I wish I could go back to bed, but it's not working. So here I am on ham radio. Okay.
Boys, checking in on the Renegade.
What?
The boys checking in on the Renegade.
No vacancy.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Just like to say happy birthday to the United States of America this morning.
Happy birthday. Aren't you a little late?
Oh, Buzz. What the fuck are you doing up so early? Well, ask my brain the same question. Every damn day. I don't know. It is what it is. Why fight it? Carry on.
I don't know, It must
Yeah, what he said. Ditto.
Whatever you had, it must have, jumped from you to me because I'm ready to go take a nap.
Oh, all right. You enjoy your little nappy there.
Okay.
You need your bottle of milk, and you need to be burped before you go down.
Yeah, I need it to be warmed up, too. And then I need my little blankie and Mr. Bear.
You need a binky, too?
A blankie, a binky, and Mr. Bear.
I forgot. What is a binky, anyway?
It's like a pacifier, I think.
Oh, yeah. How many of you out here still have your binkies? I think they replaced the binkies with weed or the alcohol bottle. Anyway, I just went through my freezer last night and organized that. I had some chicken thighs in there. I got from the butcher paper way back in April. So I'm like, well, shit, I better thaw these and cook these right up. I think I got them because they were on sale, and I thought, oh, I'll get a couple of pounds. The butcher fucked up, and I wanted like 4 pounds, but I only got like 2 or 2.5. I don't know what was going on with that butcher, but he apparently didn't understand my direction. Very strange. I hate when that happens. I like that when he was down. Man, this is kind of small. But I waited in line to see him, and by the time I noticed the ear, I'm like, well, I'm not going to get back in line. No thanks.
Right.
It's like when I went to Next Burger on Chapman. I ordered a specific style burger, and they left out the key ingredient I paid extra for, and I didn't see that till I got home. Those sons of bitches. Sometimes you're just so hungry you don't fucking care.
Yeah, that's happened to me a few times, and it sucks.
Through Corona, checking in on 435.
All right, thanks for your check-in. Are you headed to church? Sounds like someone's headed to church. Sir, are you headed to church? Corona? Go ahead, Corona. Apparently, his volume's turned down. They'll figure it out.
Can't copy that. Hey, I'm going to jump out of here. I'll be back in a little bit. KG6M.
If you need to go back to sleep, I always recommend taking a nice, hot as you can stand it shower. That relaxes your muscles, and
Radio check.
you might want to go back to sleep sooner. Anyway, yeah, either his volume's down or he actually turned on decode, so he'll figure it out.
Hey, Richard, is it still that 950 over there on UHF?
950? No.
It changed somewhere. Okay, my radio fried a radio, so I'm trying to reprogram a different one sometimes.
450, not 950. Is that what you meant?
On UHF, the input.
Yeah, ending in 450.
7 dot?
Yeah. Yeah, that's correct.
Right there. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you were off. You were off significantly.
Well, on the repeater side, on the website, it said change to and then fixed. I didn't know where.
On the website, you didn't update it?
Yeah, it just says temporarily and then it says fixed, but it doesn't say where the other input was. So I'm like, oh shit, because I had it on the other radio, but the radio fried. So, okay, thank you.
Yeah, we'll let them know that. I don't go to the website that often.
Yeah, I never go there, but I'm like, fuck, man. I got a Yaesu. You know what? The problem was I bought a Yaesu when I got back in the hobby. I got another Yaesu, and I forgot about Yaesu. Like, they're such horrible radios. But, okay, so now I'm on Alinco for the moment. I send the Yaesu in, the bastard.
Is that an Alinco DJ series?
This is an Alinco DR735.
Okay. Yeah, I've had a Yaesu. I'll tell you, when I first got into ham radio, I had a Yaesu 208R, and it, I forgot, it didn't come with a PL board, but you needed to add one to it from ComSpec. It had a, I don't know if it already had a pre-existing scored, like, cutout, or you had to use an X-Acto knife and cut out the case so the thing would fit. But this is back in, like, in the mid to late 80s. Some of these radios arrive without tone boards. What a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I remember about that. Yeah, I had a Yaesu 1.2 440 that never worked. I sent it into them. I tried to turn up the deviation. I mean, so you couldn't get no volume. I sent it into them, and they said, oh, it's working within specs. I'm like, what the hell? It was like a $900 radio at the time, which was a lot at that time in the 90s. God, this is my second year. Went in, I wanted to get a Kenwood. They didn't have Kenwoods. They just weren't me. So I should have gone ICOM, I guess. What the hell?
Hey, I'm not Kenwood stuff. What was JC's model number of the 1.2 you're talking about?
Oh, I don't know. It's in a box somewhere. It was a piece of shit. It was a dual band. I bought it from John's, and I sent in for repair. It was like 2 months old, and they said, this radio is 9 years old. I said, just bought the damn thing. It's been sitting on John's shelf for like 9 years.
He used to had a FT470, 2-meter 440. There was a Yaesu that was a 1.2 only. What's that, a 9.7, whatever that radio was. I can't remember now.
It was a dual band 1.2 440, and it was the same. It was the same as their dual band 442 meter, but in 1.2 440.
Okay, so if the FT470 is the 2-meter 440, then maybe it was.
Might have been a 570.
Yeah, that sounds or something. I don't remember the numbers, but I actually had one of those, and I loaned it. I borrowed it from someone else, I guess, and I loaned it to Roger CKK at the time, and Roger used it to tee on to verify that the jammer in his neighborhood that was deliberately interfering with our 1.2 input for the remote. So Roger got on his bicycle, and when the jamming started, he rode down the street in front of the Ham's house, took his antenna off, and verified, boom, full scale. And then that's how we were able to verify Roger's neighbor was jamming. That's why, I don't know if you recall, at the time, we utilized all 10 receive inputs and the memories of his radio, because it was a constant battle. We had to move to 1.2. And the neighbor was another ham who was upset because Roger, being down the street, was desensing his poor receiver.
Hate it when that happens. Yeah, desense is not good. Well, neighborhood hams sometimes have an issue. Oh, and the only ICOM I ever had, you might remember this one, was the first tri-band handheld. It was an ICOM brick. It was like a triangle-shaped brick. You remember that thing? I think it was called like the Delta 1 or something.
Yes. Who made that one? The Delta 1?
It was an ICOM, and I had one. I might have given it or sold it to Mike WGS or to. I don't think I gave it to Greg. I think I gave it to Mike or sold it to Mike for something, or it burned down in the fire. It was sitting in storage. But yeah, that thing was a real chunk. It was kind of a pain to use too.
Yeah, my battery died, but. Anyway, yeah, so the guy was upset because he would run 2-meter sideband and on the low end of the band, and Roger, at 144, and Roger was at 146, 400, running his amp. So he thought, this is just going to jam me out for months on end, and nobody will know any of the difference. But he didn't need to be on frequency. In order to jam me on 1.2, you need to be within a couple of kilohertz or whatever. So we kept that guy, that motherfucker, I should say, we kept him busy by constantly changing the input. And then after a while, we had to change those because he started figuring out what those inputs were. So, yeah.
Oh, all part of ham radio fun.
Later on, I saw that guy at a park. At an AM function, and I told him, I said, Roger caught you jamming on 1.2, and he's like, oh, really? I said, yeah. I got him a Yaesu 1.2 HT. He got on his bicycle, We're at your house, took the antenna off. You took your antenna, took his antenna off, and you were full scale. And I don't know, we got a good laugh out of that, I guess. But I said, yeah, don't do that ever again. I don't want to send Roger back over there. You got a problem with someone and you're causing interference? Speak up. Make some adjustments. I don't know. Put a filter or something on. I don't know. Get a cavity, for Christ's sake.
Oh, bud.
That's right.
That's right. High pass, low pass, whatever the hell it's called. Use them at repeater sites.
Okay, thanks for the input. All good. I got this thing working. I had to take my, I took the Elanco out of the car. I don't use it in the car ever anyway. It's too much of a pain. I'm listening to music. Okay, I'll be back in a bit. Nice chatting, bye.
When Fry's was selling ham radios, they were selling Elenkos, I believe, back in the day. But the best part was when someone had convinced the masses that Fry's was also selling Radio Shack HTX 202s, so people actually went out looking for them, but they didn't exist. N6 UZS clear.
Oh, bud.
Sounds like someone's playing horseshoes over there.
Oh, bud.
Who's got the horseshoes?
Shut up, stupid.
I can't because you're talking. And if you want people to engage with you out here, you might want to try using a fucking call sign and just proving to us you're legit. Otherwise, fuck off.
Oh, bud.
Remember this rule there, dumb shit. No call sign, no talkie. That's the rule out here. And if you can't adhere by the rule, well, you know what comes next.
Oh, bud.
You cut yourself right out of the repeater. I love it. The jammer jammed himself. Perfect.
Oh, my.
Mr. Buzz. Hey. Did the old bag lady make you breakfast?
Oh, bud.
The All-American Buzz Zapper.
60LX for ID. Comment out there. Which mobile radio would be better that could be a tri-band? Yaesu or ICOM? Dean, I'm going to get rid of this little 18 watt and put a 50 watt in my car. I kind of miss having a 50 watt radio.
Well, we could ask Chat GPT for you. Hold on just a second. Chat GPT. Okay, so you want to know which dual band or tri-band mobile is better?
Correct. Has the bigger screen that I can see. It sounds good. Has good quality to it. Might have digital. With at least 50 watts. Which brand? ICOM or Yaesu?
Okay, let me ask Chat GPT and see what they say.
And Kenwood has a new one that's supposed to kick butt on all those big screens, those tri-banders. You can mount on the just a faceplate on the dash, but it's not out yet. I got a reservation for one, but it's not out yet.
That'd be kind of cool. I just want to get a better radio. That's the thing. I've been using this Chinese radio. It works, but there's times it doesn't. So, could I say, I appreciate it, and I would say thank you if you know which one is better.
Always looking it up, but my personal opinion is like just any of the Japanese three are better.
Okay, the answer is One thing to note, neither Yaesu or ICOM currently make a true tri-band 50-watt mobile. Their flagship mobiles are dual-band 2-meter and 440. If 220 is required, you need to look at other manufacturers. Okay, their recommendation would be a Yaesu FTM 510DR ASP replacing the FTM 500DR. Best overall, 50 watts on 2 meters 440, bright colored touchscreen that is easy to read, excellent receive audio and transmit audio, built-in APRS and GPRS, C4 FM Fusion digital voice, detachable control head with speaker and microphone connection, and very highly rated by owners and reviewers for mobile use.
Thank you so much. Then I'm going to go for that type of mobile radio. I'll stick with Yaesu. I just needed a good one, and you know I have that FT991A. That would work great for my. I'm using a portable hotspot, but that would work great for other T4 wires X, which I'm curious about anyway. But thank you so much, gentlemen. KN6DLX. I'll be back monitoring.
Okay, that was your Chat GPT answer of the day. This is M6 UZS.
I think those
and go ahead, Roger.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, isn't there like a tri-band TYT, I believe it was, that people were pretty happy with?
TYT. I've heard of that. I don't know if it's tri-band. TYT. Does Amazon sell that?
I don't know. I have a couple of TYTs, and a lot of people have them, especially the 220 ones. It's hard to get a 220 radio, and they make a single band 220.
Who's TYT? That rings a bell.
That's the name of the company.
Okay. I don't have enough experience with those.
They're similar to Alenco's, I think. It might even be the same manufacturer.
Could be. Kind of like how when you go into stores and you have generics, and like, for example, you go into Costco or you go into Walmart or whatever, and you know, like Walmart, okay, did you know Walmart has, what's it called, that Great Value or Great something brand they have, that they slap their own label on there, but it's made by major manufacturers? You know what I'm talking about, right?
Oh, yeah, they call it white label.
Yeah. Now, I found or saw this somewhere. I'm going to Google it, though. They have these products that are labeled as generic, but someone lined them all up, and it's like you can get Chick-fil-A sauce, for example, as a generic sauce, white label, Great Value, and other, restaurant sauces.
Right. Oh, and just kind of illegal for your segue back to the radios is that I think people have commented that a lot of the Chinese radios are different brands, but like you look at the circuit board, they're all identical.
I'm not taking my radios apart anymore, but is that, I would assume it's everything SMT by now. That's probably what makes them so damn cheap.
Oh, yeah, dude. You mean the surface soldering?
Surface mount. I mean, we're talking, what are those? Are those resistors? They're like little tiny square things, like barely bigger than a thumbnail?
Yeah, those are capacitors and resistors, and everything's SMT. It's probably like there's like one machine that puts all the parts on a circuit board, and then like a wave soldering machine goes after that, you know.
Right. I used to work for Fujitsu, and as early as 1990, we got our first SMT machine, and then with a wave solder, and I remember the operator had an anti-static floor mat running the length of the machine, and he had a grounding boot strap on his shoes to keep himself grounded out while he handled all the boards. I mean, that was crazy. I don't know how well that worked, but with the memory boards and chips, you don't want to fry it with static. And all of our bags were these anti-static poly bags. They were black and sort of clear, and we used a shit ton of those.
Oh, yeah. The black ones, or the ones I have are like translucent, bluish looking anesthetic.
I don't know what makes the bags anti-static, but yeah, we put the boards in those. Then we put them in cardboard boxes with egg crate stuff on the inside of the boxes. By the way, it was me that suggested to someone on the management team that was responsible for, the customer orders come in, right? Let's say they order 500 circuit boards, right? Okay, so all the components for all those parts have to be, brought in all at the same time, manufactured, tested, heat rise test, high pot test, whatever they call it. Go through all that different stuff, and then at the very end, the shipping supplies have to match all the production one that you did, right? So I said to the one of the people, the engineers or whoever it was, I said, look, I was at the time working in the packaging. I said, I can't do my job if I don't have the supplies. So if you're ordering 500 boards, why don't you order 500 boxes so they arrive, a couple days before the boards reach, the end of the manufacturing process, reset. And that way, I can get these things boxed up and sent over for inspection, and then they can get shipped out.
No, that's partly called supply chain management. I mean, so I had similar start in my career. It was like out of UCSD computer engineering. I went to it was Burroughs at the time, right? And then they merged with Sperry. It became Unisys. Blah blah blah. So, but yeah, and also so there in Berkshire, I saw the that whole process, and especially like Berkshire was pretty small company at the time before they went public. And they had I saw the pick. It's like pick and place. That machines are like they pick the components, they put it. That was through the whole circuit board and stuff at that time. But we didn't. It was mostly semiconductors, but they did a few little circuit board. Like it was mostly like test kits for selling their semiconductors. But it's pretty cool to see watch it go. And yeah, then you go into the shipping area, and they have these big bags of those little anti-static, or they want to call it anti-static, those little, the peanut thread, and they had a bag, and they pull a button, and it just drops into the box, and yeah, it's really cool to watch.
It's called, actually it's called GIT, just-in-time manufacturing, and this was at a time that the management was actually, each week we would get together and team up the workers, and we'd like, okay, what can we suggest to management to make the job streamlined? And we had these I don't know what they're like a chalkboard, but you write on them, and then the surface that you write on with the dry erase, it is motorized and moves to the right or the left, and then you get a printout of what you wrote on the board. Does that make sense? Kind of like a photocopier, if you will. Pretty cool.
Yeah, I've never seen one. That's old school, man. Like a board with like a Xerox machine. Where paper copy. But I don't know. Recent years it became common to have those, but it was all just like gave you just you copy an image off of it onto the computer.
Yeah, well, this had its own printer, so right there.
Weird.
It was like a printed on like a thermal printer. It was kind of weird looking, but yeah, for a while there we were doing really good. We were socked with work in the first couple of years. We were working 10 hours a day. for months on end. And not only 10 hours a day, 9 or 10 hours a day, we were also working on Saturdays from like 8 a.m. to noon, or 8 a.m. to whatever. But it was crazy, and it was great while it lasted. But have only one day off a week was, you're pretty exhausted. But after a while, the work dried up, and you saw the writing on the wall. They started doing layoffs because what they were doing is they did this work share program with the EDD, and the work share program was you would have a 4-10 work week or something, and then every other Friday you would take off, and then the state would pay you X amount of money to stay home or something. It's called work share. And that lasted for a while, and then the bottom fell out, and then they had the layoffs, and that was that.
Yeah, I mean, I've been around the block on this kind of stuff, but I've heard of the work share. I've never experienced that. But, I have been on sort of the long hours. I mean, I've always, most of my career I was kind of started as a worker bee, but I was mostly, management, direction kind of stuff. But we had one project I can think of. It was like a death march project, and it was like a 2-year. It was implementing the SAP system to replace another system. It was, it's one of the. It's one of those systems that it runs the whole company, right? It ties in purchasing to, accounting, accounts receivable, accounts payable, all the manufacturing data, all that kind of stuff. And it was a death march, and they had us working weekends, mostly the developers, and that. But they were working. They had agreed to give us a $100,000 bonus each. It was a 2-year project. So we had that, as a carrot.
Oh, cool. By the way, there was a weird rule in this building. No smoking during business hours, and they had a smoking lounge in the back by the shipping dock. It's a special room, or go smoke outside. But where I was stationed, the shipping department, it was like a major aisleway. And on the other side of me was the incoming or the receiving portion where they would take the boxes of received parts, and then they would test them. Do random samples, I guess, and test them, and then when they were done, they would, put them into the storage totes, and then they go on a storage rack somewhere. But this older guy, he was like way the fuck up there, almost at retirement age. Every day at 5, because we would work 10-hour days until like 5:30 or so, he would light up a cigarette, and I complained about that every fucking chance I got. He was like 30 feet away from me, and my throat burned, my eyes were watering, and I just found it difficult to do my work. I even asked my boss to like move the station somewhere else, but they refused. So I think they finally bought me a fan to circulate the air away from me. But the guy claimed that that normal business hours end at 5 p.m. and because it ends at 5 p.m., it's okay for him to smoke. I don't know how he couldn't circumvent the no smoking in the building rule. But it severely agitated my health with this guy doing that. And it was kind of an enclosed area, so having a fan was great. But I don't see how people like that can get away with breaking the rules because it's a certain time of day. I mean, the building's still occupied. We're still working.
Yeah, there was that. I remember that there was kind of that transition period where, so like 1987 was when I graduated and I started with Burroughs, and it was like you couldn't smoke you couldn't smoke in the open, but managers had if you had a closed-door office, you could smoke in your office. and my manager, you could hit the ashtray and everything, and even though he wasn't smoking while I was in there, it just like, reeked with cigarette smoke.
That guy was going to probably die of lung cancer anyway, and he didn't care. Also, there was another time when we moved, I had left that packaging area, and I went into another job. We were working in like a wire and cable harness department, and there was like a machine. It's called a Eubanks machine. In the Eubanks machine, you put these large 1,000-foot or 500-foot spools of wire on there, anywhere between 8 to 10 gauge, all the way to 24 gauge, maybe 30. That was about the limit of it. And you had different sets of blades for different gauge of wire. And then you would set that to strip the wire at a certain predetermined length. And we did hundreds of those wires like that. And so I was, working those machines and doing other stuff with cable. Well, there was another department on the other side of a divider that was a dividing wall. It was probably wasn't as high as the room, but maybe like 15 feet. And then above that was just open air. And every day, at a certain time of day, somebody would go in there, I guess, because it was kind of a scare from elsewhere in the other department, and they would start smoking. And without fail, the smoke would come over, and we all began coughing and choking. And I complained to management about that, and nothing was ever done. They just, completely ignored it. If you want us to be productive, great, but when you start allowing people, different, freedoms, and there's no retribution or action taken, that kind of tells you something,
2:20 time.
That tells you something's going on a little fishy over there.
Well, brothers, you made a double 220 time out there. That's awesome, man. Yeah, no, I can't imagine like a couple people smoking a building that size. If I envision what you're talking about, they would be choking. But yeah, it's a nuisance for sure. Also noticed that, especially at Brooktree, the CEO was a smoker. This is like a 200-person company, like two buildings, right? Two three-story buildings, connected by a bridge. So it's a small company, essentially. The CEO smoked, and it seemed like the smokers kind of had their own club, and they would, typically, I would see him, they had this window office, and I'd see him down at this one corner of the building smoking all together at a certain time of day.
Oh, yeah, that makes perfect sense. So I'll try to keep it shorter. So but the other problem we had was that our supervisor, he had left for another job. And unfortunately, within a couple days, maybe it was the day that he arrived, I don't know. But all of a sudden, his position was no longer available. After he had, gone through the paperwork and signed up all that, and then got there and they changed their mind. So here he was out of a job, so he came back to our company, and he couldn't get his old job back, so he got a job in doing some mundane job in a different position that wasn't supervisory. And I thought it was weird for him to go from a supervisor to not my supervisor, and it is what it is. But I noticed he became more of a recluse after he came back. It's like it was almost embarrassing for him to come back and take a lesser paying job that wasn't in a leadership role.
Right. I think that's... Hey, why am I scratching? Hey. Anyway, so, that's weird. It's atmosphere, you can hear it, see? That's really weird. But anyway, yeah, I think people find that embarrassing to be demoted, right? So people hear failures and injuries.
Your battery's dying.
It's not my battery. I'm on 100 watts base.
Conditions changed. That was weird.
Yeah, so you can hear it fade like that, when it's fading like that. It's not a plug. Yeah, battery dying sound like that. But,
to fill his shoes, the company wasn't clearly thinking. They took another guy who was a department lead with zero management experience, no degree or any previous job, and they just shoved him into this supervisory position, and he was not a good supervisor at all. He looked like he was a deer caught in the headlights, totally inexperienced, shoved into a job he knew nothing about. I felt it very difficult to deal with him. So almost like, I don't know how to say this, but trying to teach a toddler how to walk. But, it was up to him to learn, reset. It was up to him to learn, the gig as he went. And why they would hire someone, they hired from within because they thought they could immediately fill a position with someone, but with like zero experience. I mean, who the fuck does that?
It's done a lot. I've seen that movie over and over. Actually, I was in that movie. One time I was given a team of 12, 13 that because they didn't have, anyway. So I mean, I did a so-so job, but I was more of an engineer at that point, and I'm sure they saw me like, oh, why this guy? But no, I think I did a pretty good job of protecting them and all that.
I spent as long as I could at this company. I mean, it's probably one of the longest jobs I ever had. Considering the amount of years I spent there. But if I had not left out on my own accord, the layoffs were coming, and that's how I finally left. In the week of the layoffs, it was interesting because the guy who sat across from me, who was actually from another department, and he would come into our thing, and he would test our boards or do something. I forgot what it was. Maybe he's a fix-it guy. He kept insinuating, be careful, you're going to get laid off this week. Like, how do you know who's going to get laid off? I mean, they're not going to give you advance word. And I thought, he was just bullshitting. So, no, he was right, but he didn't know the scope of it. So, what they did is that it appeared to me, Reset, that someone was running a coffee grinder in the other room, and it's creating static on my receiver. That's some dirty motor right there, huh? Holy shit. I'm like 50 feet away. How does that happen? Anyway, so where was I? Oh, they took the people that were the most experienced and been there the longest and got rid of them first. Make sense?
It does, because that's the most cost savings, because they've had raises or whatever over the time, and they're more expensive.
Out of all the people in that department, I think I had probably been there the longest. Outside of the lead worker, who was a woman who, had probably been there longer than me in different capacities. But of course, they didn't get rid of her at all.
Anyway, I think we're boring people with this office politics stuff or business. What the heck, Anyway, this quick break for. Hey, Billy, wake up! Wake up! It's 7 o'clock. I'm ready for my brunch. I know the place where we're going. I know the place where we're going. It's right where you're staying. So wake up, Billy.
Yeah. Boring people? BFD. But, all right. Sounds good. I haven't even had breakfast yet. I think I should probably go do that. And, AC6AK mentions to me that on your website, there's no mention, no update of when the 440 frequency changed, so that page needs to be updated.
Well, that omission is on purpose, because until I get it linked up, it doesn't really exist.
And there's my answer. All right. Roger Boy and 6UZS. Great talking to you. And yeah, everything I was referring to was from roughly 88 to 92. So, I don't miss the place. They eventually closed the entire building and moved their manufacturing to Mexico. That's how cheap they got.
Yeah, that time period sounds about right for the things you were talking about. My experience also. But just one addition to what you're saying is that, as far as the guy, like, knowing things or whatever, at a low level, there's a lot of gossip in companies, right? And if you're, like, say you're in that little smoking circle outside, and this is like a manufacturing guy, and in my case, the CEO is there too, I mean, something might leak.
Yeah, I hear you there. Leaks abound. But, I could see the writing on the wall. It's just I was in denial, I guess, so. And how they went about it was kind of crude and rude, but there's no other way, I guess, really to let people go. So, yeah.
All right, man. I'm gonna take a break here, and I'm gonna kind of get ready in case Billy really does not have enough hangover to meet up for a lunch. So yeah, I'll be back later. K6MWT.
Never told us what brought Billy to San Diego. What's the deal?
Oh, he said publicly. So there was a big UFC fight last night. It's like a real famous guy, Connor something or whatever. I don't know what UFC fighting, but it was a big game, and it was in Las Vegas. But they went. His friend lives down here, and they wanted to meet up and go to a sports bar and watch that game. That's a fight.
Connor O'Grady or Connor, I know who you're talking about. Just can't remember the full name. Okay. Thanks, Roger. Thank you, Roger.
You're welcome. K6MWT.
M6UZS. Office Politics Net. Now clear. Oh, boy. Here's a website to see if any has any unclaimed property. Website of the National Association of State Treasurers. Claiming property. All right, let's see what we got here. Missingmoney.com. This is the same as the state unclaimed property page. Never mind. Let's see if Roger has any money coming to him. Wow. Roger's got some money owed to him. How about that?
Yeah, but I'm sorry, I'm working on the other side of the room. But yeah, I haven't checked that in a while. I did get a notice. I get a notice once in a while. Yeah, you get a few $100 here that you can claim. Like a pension funds that I moved to something else 401k, and then there's some residual. I don't know.
K6MWT, good day to you, sir. K6TCS Mobile.
Squeaky Mobile.
I am mobile.
I'm going through a bad area, so I may not be on the repeater much longer. But
Squeaky monitoring.
You're loud and clear.
Okay, one squeaky counter squeaky. That's a trifecta of squeakies. Trifecta of buzz. It's kind of funny because both of you had a thing for buzz for well over 5 years. Isn't that right? You're both obsessed with buzz. 5 whole years or more.
Squeaky 3 was obsessed with Buzz? And I don't think I was obsessed with Buzz.
Oh, yeah.
Going on and on.
Buzz was obsessed with me. He put a $50 reward out for the capture of Squeaky 3.
No, I didn't.
Buzz! Good morning, Buzz.
Yeah, but, hi. But, you also had me believing you were next to Terry's fucking house and you were 40 miles away.
Terry's fucking house? He has a house just for fucking?
Yeah, right before he died. That's how he died. He was fucking too hard. Oh, God, that's horrible.
I thought Chris Jones killed Terry.
No. Chris Jones killed 450.
Oh, yeah, I get confused. Good morning, TCS. Good morning.
Good morning on ham radio.
Yeah. Ham radio.
I'm mobile with the KLC.
I don't know who is it a radio? KLC? Never heard of that.
A very expensive high model radio.
Well, aren't you special?
That's affirmative.
Well, to Steve Hoffman's house.
You that's two days in a row with your presence out here.
No, I like everyone out here. It's just welfare whip. He just jams me and sets me and talks about latent homosexuality. Like, take my toe jam and I take a picture of you.
Wow, that is creepy. Toe jam?
Yeah, he's got a fixation for Gary Elmer for some reason.
I call your job.
Yeah, well...
Gary Elmer's not even out here. So how can he be fixated on somebody that's not out here?
Well, when Gary Elmer does come out here, he just slaps the shit out of Perry, and there's nothing he can do about it. And then Gary Elmer goes back to his enjoyable, respectable, and productive life, none of which Perry can do, so that's why.
Oh, yeah, raising a family, stuff like that.
Making money, selling houses, being able to take your family out on outings, and Perry just sits in Linda's apartment smoking marijuana, talking about my top-of-the-line shit, which is his way of saying ham radio equipment.
The top-of-the-line chairs. All right, I'm on the Unclaimed Money website, and the state owes Roger Bly $39.
I got $104 from that website like 15 years ago. Like, it was a bank account that I never closed.
They owe me $1.61.
Look up, Perry. Is it the number negative?
That's why Perry hates you. All those things. He's got a family. He's got a wife. He has a job. He makes money. I can see why he'd be very jealous and angry at that.
How do you spell Wycliffe? W-Y-C-L-I-F-F-E?
N-I-G-G-E-R.
Oh, no.
That's correct, bud.
You're just too funny.
And it's Perry Walter Wycliffe.
Why can't I search by California? Hold on.
Are you going to claim Perry's money?
This list of states is backwards. Search. Verify you're a human. Perry Wycliffe. Let's see here. Nope. No. I see a bunch of other names, though.
Steve Hoffman.
Is it spelled with an E on the end?
It says an E on the end.
W-Y-C-C-L-I-F-F-E?
W shit.
W shit? Okay. Look it up. I'll Google it.
Oh, Buzz, did I tell you, remember the guy that was out here, a year ago, who would talk on 435 from an airplane, and a bunch of people got pissed off at him?
Yeah, Michael. He still talks out here.
Perry Food Stamp was upset with him for some reason, and so Perry Food Stamp comes out here and says something about Las Vegas, and I got peoples in Las Vegas. My cousin is the fire chief, Lawrence Wycliffe. Everybody knows him. So you trying to name drop this dude, and like a threat, like don't mess around with me because I know people in Vegas. Well, so I happened to be sitting on my computer and I Googled it, and yeah, Lawrence Wycliffe was a battalion chief, a respected battalion chief with Las Vegas Fire, but he died 2 years before.
Yeah, he has it in for Michael. I don't remember. Oh, I know it is, because Michael didn't use a call sign for all that time, and all of a sudden he's using a call sign, so that that upset Perry for whatever reason, so he held the grudge.
Yeah, he's a little tantrum queen, but I just thought it was hilarious. This guy's dumb as a fucking post because he's trying to name drop somebody who passed away.
Okay, Wycliffe, W-I-C-K-L-I-F-F-E, and his nickname is Big Easy.
You misspelled it. It's actually Big Lazy.
Man, I find it funny that when multiple adult men of healthy age show up around where Perry lives, he gets real quiet. But then when they're gone, he's like, you lick my toe jam.
Yeah, I've never heard that before. That sounds gross.
You've never heard Perry tell someone, lick my toe jam?
Okay, Perry Whitcliffe. Let's see. Time Warner Cable owes him $1.50. Mercury Insurance owes him 67 cents. Let's see what else. Nope, that's it. That's it. 67 cents plus $1.50. He's going to get more from the seat than he's going to get for those chairs.
That's almost $2. How much for one rib?
How much for half a cheeseburger?
On Wednesday for a Mercury Lux today.
Remember that, I think it was Chris Rock SNL skit where they go, how much for one rib?
How about I give you 25 cents, you let me smell it?
Yeah. Poor Perry Wycliffe Floyd, and I do mean poor.
I keep texting him and sending him pictures of our outings and get-togethers as normal adults, but he doesn't seem to be responding. Maybe he's at the lake house.
No, he's not responding because he can't afford it.
No, he got the Obama phone.
Oh, I texted him, I said, I know that they don't take ABT here. It's a classy restaurant, but we'll pay for you. Yeah, Barry used to text me all the time, like, nasty shit. They talking about you. They making fun of you. And now he never wants to.
Hey, James, you want me to see if you have any missing money?
Hoffman! Whoever just said Hoffman, yeah. Perry is the 435 version of Steve Hoffman. You know, sending messages, they're talking about you, like you're going to drop everything. Your house is on fire and you're putting it out. You're going to drop everything. See what they're saying on the radio. Jeez.
Do you think he plays both sides, where he'll tell one person one thing and then tell another person another thing to start a battle?
Oh, without a doubt. But I don't think anybody listens to him anymore. I mean, who wants to text with a weirdo like that, and who wants to talk to him on the phone?
Are you KN6IOI? Let's see here. KN6I. Oh, wait.
What about KN6I?
Oh, geez, Stuart. Okay, I forgot your last name. Sorry. Yeah, I'm just checking to see if they owe you any money.
Oh, yeah, you should check that. I'll collect it.
Okay, and use your Clovis address, or use Woodland Hills, or Hidden Hills, or wherever you are?
My Clovis address in the ULS is my primary residence.
Hey, Clovis it is. Oh, brush fire alert. Let's see what this is. God, it's early. Who's starting brush fire? Lancaster. Go figure. Tweakers.
I wonder how much time Perry spends with a little straight razor making that gay mustache. That takes effort. You have to do that every day to, like, shave the top part of your lip and leave that little part so the other gay guys know. You're like, yeah, I'm into putting dicks in my mouth. See this little strip of landing strip thing?
Yeah, his mouth looks like a vagina.
What's a gay mustache?
He grows like a regular mustache, and then he uses a razor to trim the upper lip part of it so that the hair only grows just right above his upper lip.
Where are you, James?
You mean like a Hitler stash?
No. It's hard to explain, Buzz. It's like if you took a pencil and you drew a line like right above your lip and did it with hair.
Oh, a skinny, thin, little Vincent Price mustache, or John Waters mustache.
Yes.
Yeah, but his is extra thin.
Are you somewhere down the 405, James?
Extra thin, kind of like his cooking?
Oh, is that Werner? Good morning, Werner.
Yeah, I see on the input pretty strong. Are you somewhere down the 405?
Yeah, we all had dinner yesterday, so me and the missus came and stayed in Long Beach.
Okay.
James, you're owed under $100 by Permanent General Companies.
Nice. Yeah, that's my car insurance. I better collect.
Yeah. You can also do it on the state's UCP page as well. This is missingmoney.com.
Do you have my number, Buzz? Text me.
I don't. You can watch. James, don't be lazy.
That's one of those Wahoo steaks that he likes.
Yeah. Unclaimed property. State Controller's Office, SCO. Unclaimed property. It's right there.
All right. I'll check it. Why my insurance company would owe me money. So, Warner, how you been? Like, what's new?
Nothing.
Yeah, same here.
No, you know.
I don't know, just ongoing little injuries here and there keeping me from surfing, so I'm just sitting in my little shack watching fish and enjoying the beautiful ocean view, and what the fuck? Just that. Maybe I'll get on my mountain bike and ride down the boardwalk.
I forgot you were closer down this way, otherwise I would have invited you.
When you're on the boardwalk, did you run across ledge?
Or Jimmy, I guess.
Ledge muscle woman?
Jimmy.
He has an e-bike. He has an e-bike. He rides along the boardwalk all the time. I used to talk to him about his e-bike. Because I had my mountain bike. Yeah, he goes riding down the boardwalk. So him and Ledge, both of them. But Ledge is way down El Segundo, so it'd be a far stretch to hit each other.
I tried to get Jimmy to come to dinner so bad. I guess he was hanging out with KPID, and he just couldn't make it. He sends me pictures, Jimmy, of him and like hot chicks with big tits and like plastic bikinis, like just randomly on a Tuesday morning at 9 o'clock. They just send me a picture, no context, no nothing, just him with some hot broad. Yeah,
it's AI generated. Haven't you figured that out by now?
No, they're real pictures. I can tell.
All right. Well, if you're ever in doubt, go to a website called isitai.com.
I'll double check, but these look like pictures of older pictures. He's like 10, 15 years younger, and it's like some chick with huge tits in a red bikini. Yeah. And like Karen is nowhere to be seen.
Well, I mean, the dude's got crow's feet on his crow's feet. He's not doing those kinds of pictures these days.
His crow's feet have crow's feet.
Yeah. Yeah, all that sun damage.
When I was younger, I used to look at like John Kennedy, and I thought that looked kind of cool having little crow's feet on your eyes. And now that I'm older, I don't think it's as cool.
And Jimmy, all that time he spent in the sun is catching up to him. He can only, hang outside the beach for so long.
Yeah, I think about that, but dude, life is short. I love sitting in the sun, getting tan and jacked.
I'm Irish, so I need a sunblock. Otherwise, I turn into a lobster.
I'm Irish and Scottish too, but my dad's side, we have a lot of Swedish, and I think they're more resilient to the sun for some reason.
Well, you know what? If you don't sit in the sun now, you never know if you're going to grow old, because a lot of people just die young. So, yeah, you might as well do it now on the chance that you just die.
Yeah, you could get in a car accident and die.
My supervisor used to say, doesn't it bother you that he does this and he does that about our boss? And I'd go, you know what? I could step in front of a bus tomorrow. I'm not going to waste my time worrying about that. I mean, look at Lindsey Graham. He had all kinds of money and power, and he still fucking just had some kind of heart attack or something, dropped dead at 71. 71 ain't that old these days.
Well, I am mobile. This is KN6RI, ham radio operator mobile, enjoying Perry, Walter, Wycliffe, Floyd, Slip and Fall Free Radio. I was at the lake house. Otherwise, I would have made cocksucker lick my toe jam and take a picture and slowly lube myself out. Oh, I mean, not one faggot has showed up yet. I'm still awake.
You guys are too much.
Oh, my. I fucking hate Perry. He's an asshole.
Fuck that dude. Fuck Perry and his ass.
Look what the cat drug in. 450's trash is now here.
Hey, Buzz, don't talk over me no more, dude.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll stand by for King, what's your name? King Darren. Go ahead. Go ahead, sir. Hey, Wood.
Hold on for a second. I'm going to make it wait. You can stand by. You ain't got to stand by. You ain't have a fucking choice.
Darren, don't tell Perry to get fucked in the ass. He'd like that. That'd be like a positive for him. Tell him like an insult to him would be like, yeah, fuck that guy. Make him have sex with the lady.
Yeah, Darren.
Yeah.
So what brings you over from the scrapper repeater? Is it turned off again?
Yeah. What he just said?
Yeah, you're blessing us with your presence. I guess the key word was Perry.
Oh, Buzz is on another band now. I see why he's got a little bit of balls. Be cool, Buzz. Watch this. Let me go to that band, too.
I'm not jamming you.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Go ahead.
I was trying to say something, and you just cut me off, but it was a joy to turn the radio on and hear the old 435 gang out here chopping it up.
I asked you a question. I said, is 440 off again?
Ask me no questions, and surely I'll tell you a little out of control blood sugar ass no lies.
Is it 440 off, Darren?
You sound a little stuffy there.
Goddamn ham.
You sound a little stuffy there, Darren.
Goddamn ham.
Hope you weren't like,
equipment up.
Hey, guess.
Over there and see if 435 is 450.
It does sound weird.
Oh, wait. You can't. Your equipment don't do that?
You know, this is an awfully strange experience Darren is experiencing right now, because guess what? Guess what, everyone? No more toy phone. Go ahead, Darren. You remember those days? Remember those days with the toy phone? Oh, those days are over and they got ruined.
Who needs a phone when you got all of this right here, Buzz? See, but you can't pick up on that because you've been broke all your life. Who the fuck needs a phone for when every time you key your equipment up, you're heard? Dummy.
You say all this. I can just picture yourself playing.
Goddamn dummy. Get a clue, dummy.
When you say all this, I can just picture you standing in front of a mirror and pointing at yourself. All this.
I like that. That wasn't the case, but thank you. I'll adopt that.
Why is your audio so muddy? It sounds like you're talking to a gym sock.
Wet sock.
He is talking to a gym sock. It's his new top microphone with a gym sock.
Wake up, white people. This is Daniel Carver.
Hey, Darren, did you get? Call him Daniel. Did you get that microphone from the Hood Microphones R Us?
Oh, that's some funny fucking shit. Buzz, who's your writers?
I'm Daniel Carver from the Ku Klux Klan.
Hey, James is writing your ass right now.
You know a motherfucker crazy when he tell a joke, and the only person in the room laughing is him that told the joke.
Buzz,
it's a Motorola.
Buzz, that's my big brother. Nothing but respect, Buzz. Nothing but respect.
With a capital R, and is it spelled with a K or a C at the end?
The regular way, Buzz. The regular way.
Kind of like when you ask a question.
What are you trying to spell words out for when you don't have any crepe paper and and crayons? So goddamn well you didn't pass the 8th grade.
When he's going to ask a question, he spells it. What is it? AXS.
Teacher, can I have some more orange crepe paper?
No, seriously, I've heard better audio with 2 soup cans and a string. Let me guess. You substituted the 2 soup cans for
all of this. I substituted the 2 fruit cans for all of this. Now, you don't even have 2 fruit cans unless the neighbors have fruit. Throw it out in the garbage. Then you got to go to the other neighbor across the street and try and get some fishing line so you can try and put it in between the 2 soup cans. Plus, you're fucking broke. You're fucking broke, dude.
I didn't say fruit cans. I said soup cans. Soup. You know?
What your blood sugar this morning, Buzz? I think it's out of control.
Skin tone this morning because it ain't black enough. Stand by, Michael Jackson.
Buzz's blood sugar's out of control. They're drinking his fucking milk again at night when he sleeps. He lives in a male colony, and last night he woke up with somebody in the bed with him.
Stand by, Michael Jackson. Can you say...
Buzz, you're laughing at your own jokes again. Ain't nobody else laughing at your jokes. That makes you crazy, dude.
Hey, Darren, can you at least want
Listen to this shit. Let's see if it's got some punch to it. And when he's done, watch me drop 2 lines and fuck him up. Go ahead, Buzz.
Hey, Darren, can you at least go, woohoo?
Is that what happened last night when you felt something warm up against you? Who was that, Buzz? Because you guys got no animals.
Woohoo! You just don't know.
Yeah, somebody gave Buzz the salty mushroom tip this morning. He's singing.
Darren Jones. Woohoo! Just the way you make me feel.
That's my name, boy. It ain't gonna make you worth nothing, though.
Did you own a monkey called Bubbles? You're being ignorant, Buzz. Buzz, you're being ignorant. Stop it, Buzz. You're being ignorant. Did Michael invite you to the compound? Buzz, you're being ignorant. Stop it. I love children. I love them in my bed. I welcome them. It's very loving, Buzz. You're being ignorant.
I bet you when Buzz was a kid, he wished he knew Michael Jackson. And if you were a kid, Buzz, and you got to meet Michael Jackson, I don't think he would invite you over. You just don't look like the Macaulay Culkins. I don't think you fit the type of kid Michael would have hung out with. You race car bed riding motherfucking drifter.
Funny, you know all about the children. That's kind of weird.
Well, you're dumb as a motherfucker if you don't know all the shit that's been on TV. Then again, Ledge offers you an opportunity to get a SAG card for $800, and you chose not. When you were doing that sideline work in Hollywood, you chose not to pay the extra few dollars a month to get the SAG card and become unionized because you said it would have affected your SSI, Social Security Special Needs money check. What a dumb motherfucker. SAG card members, man, make $250, $300 an hour. I don't want to affect my Social Security dividends.
Are you jealous because I've been on TV and you haven't?
Buzz, you're in a pizza commercial. Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ, that's right. I'm in a pizza commercial. What commercial have you been in, Darren? The one for, I don't know, hyperglycemia?
NCS.
The motherfucker's running down the street with that fucked up ass diabetical shape of his, with a cloth diaper on and a bow and arrow. Hollywood Boulevard, no less. Middle of the fucking night. Am I jealous that he's on TV? He's fucking embarrassed himself, you idiot.
Darren wants to be in a Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles commercial.
Pays the bills. So,
Mama was paying the bills, nigga. She was still living. You ain't never paid no fucking bills since she left this planet. Paying the bills like he had some financial responsibility, making a whopping $600 a fucking month. He's paying the bills.
Hey, it's up to me if I want to dress up with angel wings and a diaper and sandals and make some money. That's on me.
Fucking
what are you so worried about?
You are a sad state of affairs.
There's one thing for sure.
Your fucking working career.
There's one thing for sure, Darren. They don't have diapers.
That's your fucking unemployed goddamn bum, okay? And you'll never have a pension. That's one thing for sure. Break for Jimmy.
They don't have diapers or angel wings to fit big fat black dudes.
When I was a little boy, I was telling my parents, I hope someday I have a 2-second part in a pizza commercial. Then I'd be accomplishing something.
Yeah,
you know. I can brag about it on ham radio amongst a bunch of other amateurs. That's your fucking highlight.
You got him on a roll now.
I'll tell all the ham radio people I was in the pizza commercial, and then I'll be like, yeah.
I'm rubbing in their face.
You're like, yeah.
They don't make gladiator sandals for black men with diapers. You know why? They don't want us to have no fucking sand. They want us to just be out there in our big old bravado, just all black and muscle bound, bald head shaven, with a bunch of white women around them, and white boys too.
Jesus Christ, Darren.
Wow, muscle bound. Who's muscle bound?
They don't find no black people in Hollywood running down Hollywood Boulevard like you, Buzz. They don't do that. Not even the motherfucking ones on crystal meth.
You've been spending too much time on the internet, Darren.
Does that explain why your face
is
all rounded out?
Like no other. He thinks anybody in this lifetime want to simulate anything he did.
Did you lift weights with your face?
Buzz, you still can't take care of yourself. You got to live in a house, an assisted living house.
Did you lift weights with your face? Because it's awfully bloated, like a dead body found in the lake.
I remember they went into the Camille property garage, and somebody moved one of Buzz's antennas, and he fucking lost it. And OG told him, well, if you had your own apartment, you wouldn't have to worry about that.
He's also jealous he's never been in a movie either.
Got no girlfriend, no kids, nobody to carry on the last name. And he thinks somebody wants to be a superstar like him. Superstar. Superstar.
Let's see. What do I want to do? Be in a commercial with a nationwide
I'd rather clean toilets, Buzz, like I did.
Or do you want to clean toilets?
Out. That's what I'd rather do.
Wasn't Buzz, he lives in a house with a man and he was complaining about lipstick on his milk? Hello. Wasn't Buzz complaining that he lives in a house full of men and he found lipstick on his milk jug and he was mad and there's no women?
Yeah, exactly. And there's no women. Figure that one out.
Figure that one out.
Figure that one out.
Red lipstick all over the mouth of the milk jug. Who's drinking my milk? And who's wearing lipstick around here?
And I felt somebody get in my bed last night, and there ain't no women in this house.
Yeah, I looked on Amazon to see if they sold locking caps for milk jugs, but they don't. Bow, chicka, wow, wow.
Oh, fool, that's Falco. Amadeus. Watch me, Amadeus.
How much water weight would you say is in your face and your head there, Darren?
Make a special lock to lock up a gallon milk jug, you know.
But I did find a box you can put in your shelf of your fridge. That's a clear lucite box with a locking combination on it to lock it, medications and other important stuff away.
You put something really tasty in there, like a cupcake or something, and people will be like, fuck, I can't get in there.
If there's a will, there's a way. Just ask Darren. I've never seen anybody with such a big head that wasn't, like a bloated dead body in a lake. But Darren, he wins the Cupid Doll Prize for the biggest head. Of the minute. What was that? I didn't hear you. You got stepped on. Try to do flexing. Now I see why Perry doesn't like Darren. It's become really evident.
He showed up with the Darren on the goddamn brain this morning. Hey, listen out, Buzz. I don't slide that way, homie. Don't even think about it like that. Ain't gonna happen. Got me on his brain. Got me on his brain remembering when he was running down Hollywood Boulevard with that fucked up shape of his, half-ass naked.
Duplex.
Oh, you know what I call that? That's called black on black crime. So, the two brothers out here can't get along. Something's going on out there. I thought black people were supposed to stick together and more power in numbers. So yet they're fighting. What's this frequency coming to?
Buzz, they told you in 6th grade. Look, boy, you really shouldn't be walking the stage getting this little piece of shit diploma, but we don't want to deal with your retarded ass no more, so we're going to move you on. However, You are not, and they repeat it to you, you are not to be doing any independent thinking on your fucked up own. You never graduated school, Buzz. You can't be doing no thinking. Go up to the front desk and summons the counselor.
By the way, Darren, I had a great time at the Nick
Go
Cannon
up
show.
to the front desk and get the counselor, dude. If you got some questions you need answered, don't be leaning to your own faculties.
By the way, Darren, I had a great time at the Nick Cannon Black Comedy Show.
Goddamn, that's so fucking Buzz's. I don't know who Buzz's writers are, but goddamn it.
I had a great time over there at that Nick Cannon show that they invited me up onto the stage.
They made a fun, they made jokes of you, Buzz.
DC Young Fly did a thing and made a song involving me. There at the Intuit Dome where we paid $68 for parking.
Nobody cares, Buzz. You're a fucking loser. Washed up has-been with no pension.
Now, how come...
you have to hope that I do what I'm supposed to do so that you eat. You can't even refer or respond on your own to eat. You got to hope that I pay my taxes, I do what I'm supposed to do, and this, that, and the other. You, at your age, they have to buy the type of paper for you.
I'm surprised
you don't have your faculties in arrangement where you could be dependent on your own.
I'm surprised you
Pat Sullivan has got leaps and bounds on you, Buzz.
The guy who shits in a paint bucket has got more than me?
Leaps and bounds.
The guy who rides around with no bicycle seats got more going on than me?
You don't wake up with red lipstick on his milk. Leaps and bounds, Buzzard.
Yeah, where is Pat Sullivan? Is he still living in the storage unit with the
same place he's been living all your life, man. But you had to relocate on several occasions while Pat was living in that garage. You had to relocate because you couldn't financially take care of yourself. You couldn't put the bill to be responsible for you. Pat has lived in the same place forever.
How do you shit in a Home Depot bucket anyway without a seat?
Well, I'm certain you mastered it. How many bathrooms y'all got over there in that convalescent home? I'm certain at times when you got to go unplug yourself, if somebody's in there, it's occupied. What do you do then? Get a folders can and cut a hole in it and shit in that with some masking tape around your ass? Certain you've experienced that.
I wonder if Pat uses the same Home Depot bucket and he converts it into a makeshift air conditioner for the summer.
Honestly, Buzz, like for instance, right now, you're not doing that. Sitting there fat mouthing on the radio. When you reflect back on your fucking miserable life, are you content today?
I always wondered about that Home Depot bucket, the toilet. So probably not the best thing to use, you know. You can't keep the insects away and no place to put a cover on it.
But could you name for me 3 monumental things that has happened in your life that you're happy about? Hello?
I didn't know, Darren, this was a contest and a dick measuring contest, or what do you want to call it, but I don't know what else to tell you there, Darren.
You're slamming Pat, dude. What makes you think you're in a position to slam Pat? Not in no position to slam Pat. Shut up. You're in no position to fucking slam Pat. There you out here slamming him.
Oh, really? Yeah, he's not even out here. So why are we talking about it?
That's my point. That's why I'm in your ass.
Oh, so Pat's your boyfriend?
Girlfriend, boyfriend. Yeah, me and Sully go way back. Can you say that about anybody? No, you fucking burn anybody that handed a handout to you.
You know, it's funny. I bet you had the same relationship with Pat that you did with GK in his backyard when nobody was looking.
And I know you're a homosexual queer. That didn't work out for you either in Hollywood. So you back in Anaheim and old folks home. Now, the question still remains. Can you consecutively recite 3 monumental things in your life that you feel proud about?
Amazing. You know, Darren...
That's sad. Now, he didn't try to even say one.
That's amazing. You know, Darren and... What's this, you know...
Well, they make up some shit when I'm at talking about
kitchenette.
I was in Hollywood on Hollywood Boulevard. You know, he's over here self-aggrandizing himself. So then when allowed the opportunity to go ahead, man, be fluent with the self-aggrandization. Because I don't think you did much in life. Enlighten me. And I only asked for three monumental things. And now he's well...
questionable hanky-panky going on over at the kitchenette.
I guess I've got you cornered. You've run out.
Cornered? We barely got ourselves squared.
You gotta have a corner to have a fucking square. But like I say, 6th grade, they just passed your ass on. Fed you M&Ms with a slingshot. And said, no, we're not flunking this motherfucker. Push his ass out that door.
Buzz was in a pizza commercial.
There he goes. James is poking the stick subconsciously. Keep repeating it, James, because sooner or later he's going to attack you.
Darren? Nah, dude, we're buddies.
He's hoping. What you just heard was a cheap attempt at reverse psychology. I fucking know this dude so well.
No, I like you, Buzz. I'm not making fun of you. You're in a pizza commercial. I'm just stating the fact.
Yeah, and running down Hollywood Boulevard with that fucked up shit.
What other commercials are they in?
Somebody else wants to do that? Black, white, brown? I don't think so.
A pizza commercial. I was in a Hershey's commercial.
Where's your fucking Ferrari at?
Almond Joy commercial.
Lamborghini. How come you're not?
I was in another pizza pizza commercial. But we weren't seen in that one.
That you made while being famous in commercials. What do you have to show for it? When you sit down right now and reflect back on your life, what do you have to show for embarrassing yourself on the Kimmel Show?
A Viagra commercial with a tie-in to Major League Baseball.
Not a goddamn
We did
thing.
one of those. Let's see, what else, James? There's a whole list. Oh, yeah, a Nike commercial with Kobe Bryant. Long live Kobe Bryant.
Wish I was a pizza commercial.
By the way, James.
Going over to OF is on UHF right now.
By the way, James, that was tough. Looking at that pizza all day and smelling it and not being able to eat it was very difficult.
I can imagine. I thought they used like prop food for those things.
Yeah, well, you know what? It's true. It's true. When it comes to certain, foods that melt on the camera, such as ice cream, it's usually replaced with Crisco, and they shape it, or mashed potatoes. But in the case of pizza, it really is pizza. But here's a secret. In order to make the pizza look camera decent, and especially the pepperoni, they spray it with Pam cooking spray so it glistens under the lights for the camera. So by the time you're done, at the end of the day, you have pizza covered in more oil.
Yeah. I had a co-worker, he said, we did work tearing up something, and you know that bulletproof glass. He always wanted any remnants of that. I'm like, Rick, what are you doing with that? He said, making ice cubes. What? Making fake ice cubes. I'm like, fake ice cubes? Go ahead. Who the fuck would want fake ice cubes? Those are Hollywood movie props. You can't have real ice cubes on the set. The lighter melt the ice cubes, so they put beads in there. And he goes, I got a friend that sells the rent props. I got a bunch of props. This is Rick, that he's acquired from that college over the years. And they stayed at the Hollywood, whatever prop rental store, and they would rent shit like that.
Probably ISS Props in North Hollywood on Van Owen by the airport. But yeah, they don't even allow us in dining scenes. They won't even allow us to have knives because with the recording audio, knives make too much noise, smacking the plate. So you're only allowed either a spoon or a fork, and then you have to act like you're eating.
even plastic. Okay, because you know they got them plastic bowls that they spray silver to look all fancy.
Yeah, we even had one thing. We had rubber beer bottles. They were like molded beer bottles out of rubber or flexible plastic, and these were being thrown at the actor at the time, who was Jeremy Piven, or one of those actors, I forget which, but it was called The Goods, the Darren Reddy story, and we were at an old car dealership way up in like Alhambra somewhere shooting this, and the crowd, you know, probably had like 20 of these bottles handed out, right? So they, on cue, they all threw them up there, and they were hitting the guy. Well, this one asshole way in the back thought it'd be cute after everyone threw their bottle, and he was ducking them. So he waited like an extra 10, 20 seconds, and then he threw his bottle, and it caught the actor off guard, and like, what the fuck was that? And I don't think they ever figured out where it came from, but that pissed them off. I'm tired of talking about the industry because I'm really no longer in that part of the business. You know, I did my 10, 14, 15 plus years, and we've since moved on. So a closed chapter in my life, and a good one, I might add. And 6 U's yes.
I'm getting out of the returning to the theater, but it was nice talking to you, Buzz and Darren.
All right, bye, James. Have a great day. And 6 U's yes.
Copy, and 6 U's yes. Bye-bye.
Go back to what I was doing before Darren came on here and tried to take over the repeater.
Thank you, Buzz. I'm glad you look so high upon me, dude, and the things that I do, my efforts. You see them as being highly monumental. Well, if that's the case, by that definition, I took the repeater over.
Oh, shit. I didn't mean to butter you up like that and get you all excited, but, all right, I'm putting the microphone back down now, there, Woodfoot. And 6
Get me all excited. You the one where we're going back and forth. Got to think you could come up with when I asked you to give me something monumental in life you did was you running down fucking Hollywood Boulevard with your ass all out, embarrassing yourself. If your mama was still living, boy, the poor woman's heart would have been broke. But that's your offer up when asked monumental things that you believe you've done in your life.
Why are you so concerned about what I do? Is the end of your business what I do, what decisions I make, what I work on, what I don't work on? No. Okay? Just mind your own fucking business.
Low self-esteem, Dave.
Quit trying to peddle off your negative cognitive bullshit onto other people just because you're fucking miserable. It's Sunday, you're sitting at home, nobody else will talk to you. You either come down here to 2 meters from 440 or from 450 where they got sick of your ass and you wanted to, blend it up here. Alright? So quit taking the repeater down 15 notches with your nigger attitude. Please. We're sick of it. Take your ass back to 440 where they love that shit and they love talking about niggers.
Oh my. Damn, Buzz, settle down. Got a little flustered there. Check your blood sugar.
Just saying it like it is. It's exactly why you come here, because you are a miserable human being. You are a piece of shit. And you want others to feel like a piece of shit. So that's why you're here. I don't feel like a piece of shit. You're trying your hardest, though, to drag people down. That's all you do is drag motherfuckers down. You try to drag people down to your level. No one is interested.
Some monumental things he got to talking about. Well, they don't hire no black people to run down Hollywood Boulevard to diapers. You goddamn right. They were saying, hey, brother, just run down Hollywood Boulevard.
No one is interested.
He said those things. I took the words that he said. Now he's cursing. Flipped him around, turned him on him, and now he's upset.
No one's interested in your monkey
That's not true.
bullshit.
Nobody's
Okay?
interested in what I got people chiming in with what I'm saying. James is chiming. I forgot all about the red lipstick. People are more interested in what I have to say, Buzz, than anything you ever have to say. Like I say, since 6th grade, what have you done?
Nobody's interested in your monkey level bullshit.
Oh,
okay?
now he's going racist.
Monkey level.
Buttons.
And for the record,
Buttons.
for the
Who's
record,
got the buttons? Nobody's going racist, Buzz. What's happened? Do you feel at a disadvantage? Do you feel a need to play the race card to catch up?
for the record, black people historically unset when it's time for them to go to work are the laziest group of people I have ever seen.
Upset time when they told him, no, Richard, you're not driving your race car bed to school on a graduation day. You really didn't graduate.
Black people by history are the laziest people on the set. Okay, they're lazy. They just want to sit around. They want to go off in the corner. They want to smoke their weed, but they don't want to do any work to actually work and collect that check.
So that ran your
That's all they want to do.
How come you
want to start talking about black people and movie sets, I got prime examples for you.
Hey, Buzz, you need to come up with $1,200. I got $400 more. We're going to get you a SAG card. Well, lad, I don't know, lad. It's going to mess with my disability, man. The led's just like, what could you be getting, $900 a month for disability? Dude, SAG, you're going to get $900 a fucking day if you get in. Anyway, Buzz chose not to become a SAG member, Screen Actors Guild, so he wouldn't affect his diabetical money.
Oh, that is total bullshit. I never said that. You made that up. I never said that I'm on SSI.
Yes, you did.
Okay, it's your doing. I never said I was collecting money from the state.
Why did you take advantage of the opportunity?
Disability money? You stupid motherfucker. I'm not on disability. I never was on disability, you stupid cock.
You are. You got a disabled, reprobated mind. You are qualified. You get it. That's why you never had no job. You don't qualify. You don't possess the skill set to go get a fucking job. They know that 88 shit you got. You can't sit at no desk for no 8 hours straight. They're going to have your wampum skill skin eating ass some out and about. A bunch of extras, man. That's about the only thing you can successfully do.
Never was on disability. You made that up just to suit your discussion. Period. That's all a lie.
How come you're calling me racial names then?
That is a lie. I never collected one fucking check, ever.
You keep coming to me with this
There's no disability, no checks,
why
none
are
of
you
it.
attacking my race then? If that's a lie, why are you attacking my point of origin?
Never collected checks. That's all bullshit.
So what was the excuse you gave Ledge? You know, he's on 440 right now. Let's go over there. What excuse was it that you say that I remember the excuse. He was trying to get you in. That's when he was doing Baywatch and was the man. And you told him, I don't want my money, I got other things. Everything. That's what you said. This ain't no third-hand party information.
It has nothing to do with disability, and no one's collecting disability checks. I don't know what reason I give. I don't know what the fuck I said 20 fucking years ago.
I do.
Okay? It's my business. If I want to join a union that's going to cost over $3,000 to join, okay? You know nothing about what, you have no reality of what people earn in the union per day.
And the discount price was $1,200. He had 4. You needed to come up with 8. I clearly remember the numbers, dummy.
You dumb motherfucker. That's not how the industry works, okay? Don't make $900 a day, you stupid fuck. Okay? You got it? You know nothing about this industry
Well, I tell you.
at all.
Okay, not now.
You're on the outside looking in. You're making up bullshit figures to suit your fucking needs. Okay? I'm tired of going around and around with your ignorant ass. Okay? No one's earning $900, not $800, not $700 a day. It's all bullshit.
It ain't bullshit. At the same time, he got a OPH, old pothead. He got him a SAG card. That's old pothead was nothing but what do they call him? A trust fund baby. Rich kid, Hollywood Hills. Never had to work, smoke pot, rode dirt bikes. Was a goddamn pretty good professional dirt bike rider. But anyway, didn't do much in life. Ledge got him a Screen Actors card, guild card. At the same time, he was offering you one. And that boy went on, and from what I understand, recently just retired. Got 6 kids, got fat, everything. Same time, Buzz, he offered it to you. 1,200, told you to come up with 8.
You know nothing. You just need to drop it.
Buzz.
You have no knowledge
just came
of the industry.
I was goddamn right there. This is not some third-party story that I heard from somebody. I was right there, fat butt boy. I did not know Johnny come lately. I remember the facts. In fact, like I say, when I just started reciting the facts, it came back to me about OPA. Chris. I got Chris one. And Chris took off and ran. Hey, Chris stopped smoking pot because he became one of them 18 truck drivers. Quadruple axle, what do you want to call them? Normally you'd have to be Teamsters. Because of the SAG card, he got into that. You had no get up in you. You had no nothing, dude. So I ask you, man, real quick, recite me 3 monumental things. Before you could do one, well, you did one. I ran down Hollywood, boy, then you went into black people. Okay, oh shit, I done struck a nerve. Damn, man, I don't know what you're talking about, man. You're right, black people wouldn't embarrass themselves running down, not even on crystal meth. This dumbass from running down Hollywood, it was freezing. That was Valentine's Day, and it was cold as fuck. And there you look, fat-ass, diabetical, A1C of 17.1 ass high tail running down Hollywood Boulevard with a bow and some gladiator sandals. How embarrassing. How much did they pay you for that? $80? All right, bud, I need 2 more monumental things you've done.